Duke! They're taking me too! Help me!
Jesus Christ, 6 seasons deep and we're still digging for content.
Hello, everybody. He's Duke and I'm Mayhem, and this is our adventure time. Well, look back for Duke and my first time for me, Mayhem.
Yep, first time viewing of season 5 and 6 of Adventure Time.
Yep, we're that far in, and oh my god, this has taken such a turn I was not expecting.
Yep. And this is when the story starts going off the rails for how closely connected each episode is.
Yeah, like, it started to go, like every episode was just like a leaving off, and then the next episode continued it. It was crazy.
So I'll tell you this, obviously, with this season, it was almost every episode, even if it didn't seem like it, was story related. Like, of course, there's the babysitter episode with LSP. In that episode, we have that whole situation where LSP is living out in the woods by herself, and then she is contacted by Tree Trunks and Mr. Pig to babysit
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Oh my god.
Who is Sweet Pea? The viewers might ask. Season 4, what ends up happening is that the Lich ends up killing basically one of the many gods of this world, Prismo, a wish deity kind of individual, and he gets taken to a jail where Finn's father is also located. And when they get there, they end up having to fight the Lich in order to protect themselves.
For those who don't know, this is where the fall meme comes from.
Yeah, fall. Which, yeah, that's a meme, but Jesus Christ, wasn't that intimidating?
Yeah, the fact that he was just able to say that and Finn and Jake both, boom, down.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They have no way to stop that. He is that powerful of an entity.
Yep.
But we get this whole fight scene, and as they're fighting, Finn ends up throwing this goop that apparently gives eternal life to all the different prisoners right at the Lich, and it reconstitutes his being, I guess.
And kind of cures him, basically.
Cures him of his insanity, of his evil, and turns him into
Sweet Pea!
Sweet Pea, a giant baby.
That they give to Tree Trunks as like a baby. Yeah. Like a stork, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really cute. But what ends up happening is there's an episode later on where Sweet Pea is being watched over by LSP, and it seems like a normal throwaway episode until the very end, when suddenly, as he's resting and Tree Trunks checks in on him, he says,
"The comet approaches."
Yes, and like the buildup of the comet was really insane.
There's been a lot of buildup throughout this entire show. Consider, way earlier on, we had this whole moment where it's like, oh yeah, no, Finn was reincarnated.
Oh yeah,
like reincarnation's a big thing in this world. I'll tell you right now, apparently the way this works, the afterlife kind of situation in Adventure Time is that you have one of two routes you're able to go. You can either stay in the afterlife, or you could be reborn.
Huh.
Yeah. Very interesting, right?
Yeah. And it's like also that giant red thing that we saw. Was that in season 5?
That was also in season 5, yes. That was the Puhoi episode. The pillow episode.
Oh yeah, the pillow episode. The Narnia episode.
Yes. And I will tell you right now, yeah, no, that is one of the most terrifying beings in all of this show, honestly.
Yeah, I just not like it.
A supremely powerful deity-like being who
is in charge of the dead.
They're as old as existence, but as you can see from their appearance, they're still a toddler.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like a baby thing.
Doesn't that seem terrifying to you? The idea that existence for billions of years is still in its infancy.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying idea.
It's like trying to put stars into like human perspective.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
But so yeah, the entirety of was like season 5 and season 6 were building up to this comet.
Yeah, no, season 5 and season 6 were all building up for very specific things. One of the major things, of course, one of the major storylines is the fact that Finn's got a much bigger story than you would imagine.
Yeah.
First off, he's been reincarnated multiple times. Once as a blue comet, the Catalyst Comet, which is meant to bring change to the world.
Yeah.
The other big thing is that he has been reincarnated once before as also a hero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
What was her name? I forget her name, but she was one of the people that was around there when the Candy Kingdom was in its infancy.
Yeah, and Princess Bubblegum knew that that hero.
Yeah, she knew that hero. And so there's that whole storyline there. Very interesting. In fact, even weirder is the fact that previous form of his was a ghost foretold in one of the previous seasons.
Yeah, and like it was the ghost that was unexplained in like season 2 or 3.
That was the Halloween kind of special.
Yeah, it was like where it was like the murder mystery and like, come on, man, you're playing with me again. And it's like, I'm not.
And then he gets to the attic and he sees that ghost, and it's like, wow, you guys really made it all the way through. Wow, that was insane. The kind of details you put into all that, especially that weird ghost thing in the attic.
Weird ghost thing.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. And he shoves it into what he calls...
That one's going in the vault. And it's gone.
Basically, he shoves any traumatic issues he has into this locked off area for him.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, that they decided to write Finn with that.
Yeah,
that his character has that.
It's very interesting because they don't play it off as like some random one-off joke.
Yeah.
It's a serious problem that he does have. He pushes away,
regresses, and bottles everything up.
He represses all this trauma.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's trauma he's going through, and just plays it off as it's nothing. It's honestly nothing.
And that's what I want to talk about too. Is like the fact that he's this character that looks very episodic at first, but then you see with that part that he explains it, pushing away this trauma and letting himself like go back to like these more innocent mentalities that just it's just it's just how he wrongfully copes with it. And it's crazy to be like that. And in season 6 when like his dad comes around a bit more, like that kind of comes to a front.
It gives me the chance to mention that is the other big storyline of these 2 seasons. Finn's father.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
The one, and isn't he voiced by the dad from Steven Universe?
I think so.
Because that's like I can only like whenever he talked, I was just like, I know you from somewhere. But his entire like he's constantly he crashed back on Earth and then he instantly goes back into space without wanting to talk to Finn like at all.
Yeah.
And he subjugated these little mushroom
the little bears.
Like the little bear things.
The little koalas.
Yeah, and just completely changed the course of their culture to better suit his needs.
Yeah, basically he's a bastard.
Yeah.
That's all his character really is at that point of he's not a nice person. The hero that is Finn, the question that's raised by this season honestly is, can he live up to the hero that he wants to be when he still has to deal with the fact that he is related by blood to a man who not only abandoned his son, but also has
everything
hurt everyone.
Yeah. That like no matter who he comes across, he's always self-serving.
He's always got to find a way to mess something up. And it's honestly very interesting because there are many points where you see he does start to get sincere and then it messes with him. Like there's that episode when Finn last saw him at the tree.
Oh yeah.
Or no, it was at that spaceship.
Yeah, the spaceship when like he
remember,
throws him.
Yeah, there was that whole storyline where like Finn was with him and he was celebrating for a moment of like, I'm with my dad. I can be with him for a bit. Martin, he was having such a...
Martin is the name of Finn's dad.
Yeah, that's the name of Finn's dad. Martin was having such a good time with his son, and then the moment that his past was brought up, it's like something clicked.
Yeah.
Something broke in him. Like, there's something there kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Of like, there's something wrong with Martin.
And I do like the whole thing. Like it is kind of becoming like the sample pool is growing in media. The fact that this like the whole sins of the father thing.
Yeah.
But I do like this version of it where it's like the kid of the father is like they are related by blood and they are similar, but the father is such a bastard.
I find it interesting, like, the sins of the father trope is supposed to be this whole thing where the son suffers for what his father has done.
Yes. Yes.
In this case, though, the only way that he is suffering, the only way that Finn is really suffering
is
from his own self-guilt of the idea that he is related to this man who's so selfish.
that it's not anything in the world, it's more of just these character relations.
It's a self-loathing.
It's a self thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an internal thing. There we go.
Next storyline we can go ahead and mention, Orgalorg. Orgalorg, that's a big one.
You said that before we were recording, the name Orgalorg, and I actually kind of forgot.
Oh my god, you forgot what Gunther's true form was?
Oh my god! That's...
But, yeah, no, I didn't think you would forget it, but yeah, Orgalorg.
The giant banana thing.
Which gives me a chance to mention something pretty cool. Remember when the Lich, Sweet Pea, technically, when he snapped and showed the King of Oo what it was like before time itself?
Oh, yeah.
Before there was time, before there was anything, there was nothing. And before there was nothing, there were monsters.
Yeah.
One of the monsters had extra detail on him, and it was Orgalorg.
That's
so one of the
interesting.
many monsters that the Lich mentions is Orgalorg himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just the fact that like the election thing, like in the Candy Kingdom, like that's just a funny thing. And then in Princess Bubblegum, yeah, they'll vote for me. I've made them. They know I love them. And then she lost. What?
By the way, that's not a throwaway storyline. I'm telling you right now.
I remember seeing that house like way back when Adventure Time was still coming out. I remember like glancing at an episode and like she was still at that house. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm saying right now that storyline is not complete yet. Basically, she's no longer the ruler of the Candy Kingdom, and that will stick for a while. I would say maybe halfway through the season, she'll eventually get to rule again.
Oh,
but
why'd you spoil that for me?
Because you already know that she rules again. Yeah, you already know she rules again because we saw into the future.
The future stuff, yeah.
And of course, technology had advanced so much, and she's still caring for her people. Which, trust me, everything about thousands of years into the future of Oo, everyone still questions what the hell happened there. Like, no one fully understands the full picture there.
The full picture of who?
Of future Oo.
Oh, okay.
Because, think about it, there's so much to it. The writers themselves, of course, know the full picture.
Yeah.
We don't. All we know... we know bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, we know A and B, but only the writers know the line connecting them.
There are plenty of stuff in the next few seasons that mention, like, different tidbits of the future world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the kind of thing of, like, we're never going to know the full picture.
Yeah.
That is going to be with the writers for a long time. Which, to mention, the writers, they are currently talking about if this sequel kind of series, Distant Lands, picks off, then they will maybe do a second series of Distant Lands. Which would be very cool, especially because I've seen Distant Lands, and God, that's amazing.
And it's like they got to take another line from the intro to Adventure Time.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's just called Jake the Dog or Finn the Human.
Oh, no. The next one's just called The Fun Will Never End.
The Fun Will Never End. Oh, my God. If that's what they call it.
If the finale is called It's Adventure Time, I would cry.
I just...
That broke me.
Yeah. That's something about making a memorable intro that stays consistent, is that it stays with people.
Yeah, it's the reason why regular show couldn't do that. Yeah, no, it's
Going back to it is then the SpongeBob intro.
SpongeBob's intro was purposefully written to annoy parents. You know that, right?
It was purposefully?
Yes,
Oh my god.
purposefully. They wanted a theme song that kids would scream in the morning to wake up their parents.
Get up for work, it's SpongeBob time.
Yep.
So back to Adventure Time.
Now that we're done talking about the majority of the story, which there are a few tidbits that we skimmed over because there's so much to
There
it.
was so much.
Like, of course, Susan Strong.
Oh my god,
going
yes.
on there?
She's an actual human, but with like cybernetics and stuff.
Exactly. There's all kinds of storylines going on there. Another big character that we really didn't get into much, Simon.
Oh my god, yes. Like actually changing him back, and the story of Magic Man.
Yep. Basically, best way to sum it up, the Ice King ends up messing up and erasing magic from the biggest magic city in the world.
Like erasing magic.
Erasing. It's gone because of one entity. And because of the fact that magic's gone, he loses his powers and reverts back to Simon. And so he has to make his way over to back to the Ice Kingdom.
Back to the Ice Kingdom.
And he uses all kinds of magic that he's learned while watching Ice King throughout all these years in order to attempt to see Betty one more time. His love, the love of his life from back in the day.
And it causes a time loop.
It causes a time loop. There are no paradoxes in this show. There are no, basically, everything happens for a reason in this show. It's so crazy. I love it. Yeah. He sees Betty and he basically says how, like, yeah, you disappeared from me and I never saw you again. I have no idea what happened to you. And she says, I know what happened to me.
I'm going with you.
I went with you.
Yeah. And she jumps through and time travels.
She time travels to the future and she's now with Simon once more.
And she's trying to cure him.
But then he starts dying.
Yeah, because it was like because of his old age.
Yeah.
Or cancer or something, I don't know.
No, there's even that honestly hilarious moment where Death rides up next to him and is like, you either die now or you'll be the Ice King till the sun explodes. It's up to you.
Oh, yeah.
And
with
he
like his
has,
cool voice. You either die now or you'll live till the sun explodes.
Yeah, but then Simon has his whole line where he basically says, if I don't let her try, then what good am I?
Yes.
And like that honestly heartfelt moment. And then just Death.
Fair enough. Seen a few.
Now I want to get into the major characters of this last two seasons, and I want to ask your thoughts, okay?
Yes.
Starting with Finn.
Oh my god, he's getting some progression, and I love it.
Okay, that's good to hear. Jake.
Oh my god, he left his brother!
He left his brother, and he also has children now.
And the children that are technically older than him now.
Yeah, and like, there's honestly that heartbreaking moment for his son of like, I thought that I could fix him with the fact that, like, forcing him to get a job and everything, I thought I could fix him. Make him become more of a father figure.
Then his bear wife was like, no, you can't change him.
No, she didn't say anything about it. She was just like, I understand, honey. It's hard. And he goes, yeah, but maybe I was a little wrong. Maybe he's all right. And that was really touching.
That's why I got it so wrong, because I was repressing that emotion right there.
Yep. Next major character, Marceline.
Oh, she's always amazing.
She's just in general amazing. There
Always
you go.
amazing. Love her character.
Let's see the next character, PB and Peppermint Butler.
Another PB.
Yeah, actually. So PB and PB, what do you think of them?
Peppermint Butler being a little bit more forward with his dark magic and stuff like that is hilarious.
Yeah.
And Princess Bubblegum just like not even just being like, there's more important things going on right now, and everybody else being like, but what about us?
Yeah, no, that's a bit of a problem. I see with Princess Bubblegum, one of her main problems is the fact that she does focus on the big picture, which is important
Which
for
is
leaders.
important.
It's important for leaders. Problem is, when you focus solely on the big picture,
And nothing else.
then you lose focus on your people, and they start to suffer for
And
it.
why you're doing it. And
Yeah.
for the reason why you're doing it.
I guess I ought to just ask this final question of what was your favorite part, and what was your least favorite part?
I really enjoyed that part with the like the entire part with the comet.
The comet storyline.
Yeah, where like they were in space.
Oh, that final
The
question
final
of the
part.
comet.
Yeah, that the comet like opened up and was like, "Do you want to stay here or do you want to go into like the next world or something like that?" And Finn was just like, "No, I've been working on here for a while. I'll stay here." And then Martin just comes in. "I'll go."
Yeah, because in all fairness, that is an amazing idea. When you think about it, truly, of like you can experience everything at once. You can see the universe itself. You can see everything.
I'd probably get a worse migraine than I do right now.
That sounds horrifying, honestly, but it also sounds intriguing
It sounds like
enough.
every emotion you can think of.
Yeah, it's like it would be heartbreaking, but it would also be beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
So I understand why Martin would want to head off.
Well, it's also another escape.
It's another escape, and it's his final escape when you really think about it.
Does he not come back?
Well, he's erased. Look at him. He was erased.
Yeah, he was gone. He just
We'll hear more about him in the future, of course, because it's not like you're just going to be like, well, my dad died. Anyway.
anyway.
Just that meme. Oh, no. Anyway.
Anyway.
No,
I
it's
also
not
like-
like that.
So I don't really have like a negative one that I don't like, but so I'll go back to the Jake's brother thing.
Got it. So the weirdly animated episode.
Oh my god, stop. No. That one. It was so weird.
It's the only episode we skipped because of how weird that episode looked.
Well, we saw like the beginning of it. We tried it as much as we could. Then we kind of were just like, all right.
the moment we saw Orangutan Princess, we moved on.
After JoJo Part 3, yeah, we definitely skipped.
I have PTSD from orangutans. I can't watch that stuff anymore. Every time I see an orangutan, I'm worried. Especially when it has anything to do with a female in proximity of them.
In proximity. But yeah, so we'll go back to Jake's brother real fast, and that'll be the last thing we talk about. Where
Jermaine.
Jermaine, the fact that he's not like Jake with all like the stretchy powers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he has to do and take care of all of his parents' stuff. And the fact that all of the demons monster things, the only thing that they want is just their stuff back. Not like they're going to destroy the world with it. No, they just want their stuff back. Like the biggest threat one wants his poster back.
Yeah.
And then one of them just wants his mug.
And the other thing that we got to see with Jake this past 2 seasons is that he is not the biological son of his mother.
Oh yeah, that
because he is the biological son of Joshua and some kind of interdimensional being.
like some monster thing
Shapeshifter, yeah.
that allows him to be all stretchy.
Which, did you know that apparently the doppelganger, a species in D&D, a monster race in D&D, is also a blue humanoid.
Oh wow.
100% that
It was the inspiration.
Yeah, that was the inspiration. And that's awesome.
And then when the house was destroyed at the end, and just Jermaine able to be like, I'm free.
Jake's a changeling.
He is.
What did you think of season 5 and season 6?
I incredibly enjoyed it because the entire connected storylines and parts, like when Gunther was starting to be becoming Orgalorg again, like that was like, and it was kind of like, it felt like it was going to be swept away, but then it was immediately brought back, and you're just like, oh!
Yep. So the last thing I can leave you off with is a preview of what is to come.
Ooh.
So from this point on, yes, we will have some in-between episodes where it is less serious, more goofy.
Filler.
Yeah, filler, basically. Well, mind you, filler still has some story elements. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And we, of course, will have plenty of fun moments. But the big thing change from now on is that a lot of the different seasons are going to have major story arcs, which will run from like 6 to 8 episodes usually. And one of the first ones we're going to experience is Marceline's story arc.
Oh, hell yeah.
I will say it will come in probably the first 10 episodes is the beginning of that arc.
Oh, yes.
And it is
yes.
very well done. It
Yes.
is very well done. We will also get plenty of backstory for each individual character. Backstory for characters like Princess Bubblegum. Because,
Oh.
mind you, we've seen part of what maybe her origin story is
Maybe.
with the Simon and Marcy episode.
Yep, with that
Remember, there
gum
was
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. There was gum that was coming off. And
It had a little face on it.
yeah, so the immediate question is, what was that?
Yeah.
So, anyway,
That
Thanks so
was
much.
season 5 and season 6 of Adventure Time.
bye.
Oh, you guys are still here?
Maybe they want more videos.
No. Or,
But we have a few videos on screen now.
oh, and if they're still here, I know that they could like and subscribe.
They could do that. And maybe check out our Twitter, @GreenVillain22. Or maybe check out our Instagram, @TheGreenVillains.
We even have a Twitch that they can check out, the Green Villain stream.
What are you guys waiting for?
I don't know. They should check all that out.